So when I got my first scene study script, the play, and I saw how much I had to memorize, I called the school and tried to cancel and get out of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Of a headless John Doe. I'm here with manager Judy Cooper. This must be difficult for you, isn't this?
You're there,
Right,
like, it should
yeah.
be used as a thinking space, you know, to convey a point, right? But, and sometimes I see it a lot too, like with Ben, with Deb, where like, I need to look at, you know, I look at them. But sometimes I also say like, why do you keep looking at them so
I think
bad?
it's the situation, because this was an argument.
Right,
And
right.
you're not doing this in an argument.
Right.
You're doing this in an
Right,
argument.
yeah,
Right?
you're very...
Making it extremely difficult for firefighters to contain the blaze. Flames tore through the South Hills area earlier today.
Nobody cares what you're doing. The director cares what you're doing.
Right.
The other actor cares what you're doing. But all of the other people who are like doing all the thousands of
No,
things,
he's right, no one cares.
no one cares unless you're really screwing up.
And we have a fairly attractive chef coming over, so who knows what's gonna happen?
I don't want to make it sound like when I go up, either in class or on set, that I'm like completely confident and just like block it all out, zone in, and like
Right.
deliver.
Right.
It's not like that.
It's the complete opposite.
It's
I'm,
the opposite.
I'm shitting my pants. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back with another episode of Breakthrough. We are back with yet another episode of Vancouver Audition edition. Edition, not audition. With a really good friend of mine, someone that we both met in Depodowski's acting class, Kristina Matisic.
Good job.
Got it.
Good job on the last name.
How's it going, Christina?
It's going really well. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm doing amazing. Thanks for gracing us with your presence.
Oh,
on
thank
the
you for
pod. It's
having
always-
me. Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to have you. So, just right off the bat, I just want to ask, like, is that your first podcast? Like, have you been on one
This is
before?
not my first podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is it fair to say that you're used to this, or?
I haven't done a ton of podcasts, but I have done a fair number of interviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you used to be like a news anchor before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is not new territory.
This is not new territory. No. Actually, I've been on both sides.
You have?
I've sat in both chairs
Okay.
in my life. Yeah.
So you've been here and you've been there.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah.
I love it. Amazing. Okay, perfect. So let's take us back to, I guess, how you started into acting. What were you doing before? I know you told me you're also a business owner, which is really interesting. I want to touch on that a little bit later as well. But just for now, let's just go back and to your acting debut and tell us how
Okay.
it all, came to.
Okay. Well, it's a bit of a long and convoluted story, but
Oh,
we will get
convoluted.
here.
Yeah. that's it.
We will get to today as quickly as we can. So, like many other actors, I started in high school doing high school plays and musicals, and I loved it. And then I went to UBC and I studied history.
Okay. History.
History.
Interesting.
Because and I did a little bit of acting in that time, like some commercials, and I did take just like one acting class while at UBC. Along the way, I decided that I wasn't going to put all my money on acting.
Yeah.
I wanted something
which you
more,
shouldn't.
which you shouldn't, which you shouldn't do. We all know.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something more stable, more
Yeah.
reliable,
Right.
etc.
Yeah.
So I did my history degree, and then I decided to go to journalism school. So I went to journalism
on.
school in LA, USC, University of Southern California.
Really
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
And then I basically dropped acting after that for many years. I worked as a reporter. I came back to
So
Vancouver.
how far ago we're talking?
Don't ask those questions. A long time ago. A long time ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So I moved back in the 90s
Mhm.
from LA,
Mhm.
and I ended up getting a job, well, first in radio at Mountain FM.
Nice.
And then I got a job as a reporter at what was then called UTV. So now I'm really dating myself, if anybody remembers that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now known as Global TV.
Right.
And I was a reporter and a news anchor there for 6 years.
Wow. Sick.
At that time, I met a woman at the station whose name is Anna Wallner, and we decided that we didn't want to be in news anymore.
You
And
guys just
we became friends.
okay.
And during the course of our friendship, talking and brainstorming, we were like,
You just came to the realization that you guys don't want to do that.
we don't want to do news. We want to have our own show.
Right.
Why can't we have our own show?
Literally, right.
Easy,
Why
right?
not? Why
So
not? Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So
Bold. I like that.
we did. Basically, we spent about a year creating and pitching our own TV show.
Okay.
And during which time I quit first. I quit, and I was kind of like, we put all our eggs in this TV show basket.
Right. All our
And
savings, all everything.
yeah.
We're just heart and soul into this.
didn't work other jobs for a year, and like miraculously, the show actually got picked up.
So hold on. You left?
I left
So
news.
she continued with the show?
She continued at Global TV for a little while, and
Okay.
then she quit too.
Okay.
And we were like traveling to Toronto, pitching broadcasters.
So you guys were still doing the show?
No,
right?
we didn't know. There wasn't this. Like,
Okay.
this wasn't an option back then.
Right. Right.
No, we wanted a show on television.
Right.
We wanted to have like a
Yeah.
broadcaster. So we pitched
Right.
all the broadcasters, the traditional broadcasters in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them actually said yes. So we were picked up by the then WTN, now known as the Women's Network.
Okay. Wow.
And our show, you probably never watched it, but it was called The Shopping Bags.
The shopping bags.
The Shopping Bags.
You're right. I didn't watch that.
It was about how to be a smart consumer.
Okay. How to
Like, so, okay,
just
imagine a time
right.
when the internet was new and there wasn't
Why do I feel like
all
I'm listening to the radio right now? Just turn it off.
exactly. And there wasn't all this information available to you.
Right.
Like,
Right.
how do I buy the best toothpaste? You couldn't just like
Right.
go online and say,
True.
Chat GPT or Google, what's the best toothpaste?
Right.
You had to like, I don't know, go to Consumer Reports or like do some digging or go to the
That's
library
crazy.
and get a magazine or something like that.
Is that how it was back in the day?
Back in the
That's crazy.
day.
I mean, I was born in the 90s, so I didn't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what it was like. It was tough. It was
Yeah.
tough.
It was. Yeah. Yeah.
And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to test products and give people product recommendations for
Mhm.
everything from toothpaste to cars
Yeah.
to dishwashers, like you name it.
Right.
So we partnered with another production company to help us get that show off the ground, but we were producers of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It ran for 7 seasons.
7 seasons.
7
My
seasons.
God, okay, this was not a small show.
No, and then we did another show. It was a cooking show. It's called Anna and Christina's Grocery Bag that we produced on our own.
So is this
And
stuff still all online? Can we watch this stuff?
there's some stuff on YouTube.
On this?
Grocery Bag
Okay.
is, you can see it in some places, in the US mainly.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first show that Oprah picked up for her network out
Yeah.
of Canada.
Yeah.
But I should say, in the time between quitting Global News and doing these shows, remember
Mm-hmm.
that year where I wasn't working,
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of get back into acting.
Okay.
And I got a lot of reporter and anchor roles.
Yeah, I saw that on IMDb actually. Like
Yes.
as I was like reading through your DB, I was like news anchor, news anchor, news anchor. I was like, yo, this woman must have been like a news anchor in her life
Yes.
at some point.
Yes.
So I guess
Typecasting for a long
yes,
time. Yeah.
yes, that helps a lot for sure.
Which was, fun, but it's a very, very different beast when you get a job as a news anchor on a fictional show.
Right.
Like the experience is different.
Right.
The acting, like for me, it wasn't acting because that's what I did.
Right.
Right.
So
So
you
it
were
was
just doing
like
the
I
thing.
could do it with my eyes closed.
Right.
And
And you're speaking to the camera too,
you're
right?
speaking to
So
camera.
it's not even like a scene partner. It's just
No,
you to the
you're not
camera.
reacting to anything. You're
Right,
not
yeah.
engaging with anybody,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
There's no props. There's no
Yeah.
usually there's no even like blocking. It's like
That's crazy.
stand here, look at the camera and
just
say your
say the damn
lines,
line,
right?
yeah.
So I did do that in the interim.
Yeah.
But okay, so fast forward. So we ended up doing 12 seasons of TV shows. And then we decided that we were gonna. We also produced other TV shows. Anyways, that's a
Okay.
whole other story.
Right.
We decided that we were gonna go our separate ways and do different things.
Okay.
And at that time, I started thinking about, well, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
And
Totally.
I still was like, well, I don't want to just count on acting. I ended up taking I started with improv classes because I always really liked improv.
Yeah.
But soon found out that I'm not great at it. It's,
Okay.
um,
I don't know. I think I've seen you act. Look like you have really good impulses, but I guess sure.
like to be like in a troupe, like that
I
level.
see.
Yeah,
Right.
I
And then
was like
touring
that.
and stuff like that.
No,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to go in that direction. But I always say that being a good improviser or like taking an improv class
Mhm.
is so helpful, not just for acting, but for life.
Right.
Giving a presentation or meeting people or
Right.
being at a cocktail
Gets you out of your
party.
shell
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
I told you it was a long-winded answer.
Yeah. What's that?
I told you this was a long-winded answer.
Yes. Yes. You did warn me.
I'm
You did
getting
warn
to
me.
it. I'm getting to it. So,
I love
um,
it. I love long answers. I mean, I'd rather have a long answer than a short answer. So.
I started doing, I got an agent again, because I didn't have one during that time when I was doing the TV shows,
Mm-hmm.
and started going out for roles. But again, it was all reporter and
Right.
news anchor roles.
Right. So I'm just really
Mhm.
curious. Like, did you tell your agent to specifically send you for that, or is just what you really got? For it?
Originally, yes, because I was like, I want to get back into this. I want to
Mhm.
let's start with that. That was easy, and I got lots of parts, and
Right.
so
Right.
it was fun. You know,
Mhm.
I want to do that. And then the more I did it, I was like, you know what? Let's be honest here.
Mhm.
I've wanted to be an actor since I was like 4.
Right. Cool. Kidding.
Yeah, like as we all did performances in our
Right.
living rooms for our
Right.
parents.
Right.
And the older I got, I just realized like, well, if not now, then when?
Yeah.
Like, do I wish I'd started 10 years ago?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I didn't want to wait another 10 years.
Fair.
So, while I wanted to go out for other roles, they weren't seeing me for any other roles. Like casting directors would not call me for
Really?
anything else. No.
So it was news anchor or
News
nothing?
anchor, nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Or
actually
maybe it would be
crazy.
like, woman in the background
Right.
crying or something. Like something that,
Right.
or what.
How did you get out of that? Like I'm.
Well, that was the tough part. So, I think that because I so easily got these reporter and anchor roles, I
Right.
thought, I'm just going to get these other roles too, right?
Right. Right.
And then I realized maybe you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe you need
Yeah.
to take some classes.
Right. That must be it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
So,
I guess like when you're a news reporter, like you're just saying the lines. You're not like
you're not,
you're not expressing any sort of emotion or anything. You're just
no,
very straight saying the line to the camera. Like there's no,
Yes.
you're not mad, you're not happy, you're not excited. Boom. Like it's just
though
very
I
deadpan.
did have one reporter role where the director wanted me to start crying because of the story I was reporting on.
Oh,
And I was like, that would never happen.
right.
I would be
you
doing
told her?
no, because I was
Right.
intimidated and scared, but I wanted to tell him and I couldn't cry
Right.
because I was like, cry, reporter, cry. Are you
Right.
crazy? Like,
Yeah. I mean, we do see it a little more nowadays.
a little more now. Yeah.
Especially like sometimes I see like, reporters like literally breaking down as they're like
Yes.
telling the news because it's so sad that it's
Yes.
hitting them.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
But then it was especially it was like a big story that I was reporting on. A
Right.
reporter would be excited that they got the big story and that they were there for the big story, not upset about the big story
Right.
necessarily. So,
Right.
so yeah, at that point when I realized, yeah, I might not know what I'm doing, and the last acting class I took was 25 years ago.
Right.
Maybe I should
about-
take
it's
another
about
one.
time to
It's
hop
about
back.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I started taking some auditioning classes, and this was kind of early or during COVID, so a lot of
Do
it
you
was
think this is what was
online.
holding you back? It's just do you think like it was the acting, like the way you were acting that was holding you back, like from getting all the other roles, or
Well, I just think I had to prove it to them and to myself that I could do it. And
Right.
also, hadn't taken, even if I did get a tiny audition for something,
Hmm.
I didn't take any audition classes. Like, I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I didn't know. I remember when I took my first class, I was
Hmm.
like, eye lines.
Right.
Like, I knew not to look at the camera, but I didn't know, like,
I have to look. Don't have to look at the camera
yeah, or
anymore.
like where, I just didn't know anything. So no wonder I wasn't getting any of the
Right.
parts.
Yeah. 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 If
But
your instinct was to strike the camera every time, and you had to break that instinct, you're like, oh wait, I'm not looking at the camera anymore.
yeah,
That's new.
that was hard to break. Or like the moment before, or like the moment after. Like, I didn't
Right.
know what any of that was.
Right. Right. That's
So,
crazy.
I mean, there's still times in class where people will talk about something and I'll go,
Mm.
right, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
home and look it up.
You pretend like you know what they're talking about
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah. So I took, I started taking classes, and then I took one other scene study, and then I got to Deb's class,
Nice.
which was, great. I mean, it was funny because the one scene study class that I took before.
Right.
So keep in mind that when I was a reporter, like, there were usually principal roles. So there was some memorization. There's no teleprompter. You still have to memorize it.
Right.
But
You're right.
it's not a lot.
Yeah.
So when I got my first scene study script,
Mm.
the play, and I saw how much I had to memorize,
Yeah.
I called the school and tried to cancel and get out of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because you're not like you
I'm not
you're
used
used
to
to
it.
working with a prompter.
Yeah. And it
There's no
was, I
such
was
thing as
like,
memorization for you.
there's no way in the world
I
that
could learn all-
am I gonna memorize
Yeah,
this for class
no
like in a
chance.
week?
Yeah.
And they were like, nope, sorry, we don't give your money back. I was like, oh, I
That's
gotta just
insane.
do this. I
Yeah.
just gotta figure out how to do this.
Right.
And and when you're older and haven't been like, it's such a skill. And as you know, it gets easier and easier the more you do it. But,
Right.
I hadn't done it since school and
Yeah.
memorizing. And it's different
Yeah.
than memorizing facts or
Right.
concepts.
Right.
Word for word is a whole different
Mm-hmm.
ball of wax, right?
100%.
So,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that really is scary. Like when you first look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to memorize all of this. That seems like it's a lot.
Yeah.
And it is. It is like, I mean, for like a regular person, an average
Yes.
person looking at this, you're like, no, I can't do that. Like it's, but you're right. It's a skill, and it obviously muscle memory, and then it's fascinating how the brain works. Like it's just like it has this ability to, if you keep doing this over and over and over and over, it'll just be there magically. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know how to explain it. It's
I think,
just,
and we all have our little techniques, and you
Right.
pick up what works for you and what
Right.
doesn't. Of course, in the beginning, I was online reading like how to memorize,
right,
right?
totally. Yeah.
And so now I found some ways, but
Mhm.
there's been a few times where I've gotten scripts and scene study, and I'm like,
Damn.
no,
Yeah.
I need to get out of this.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I love that.
but yeah,
Now that I think about it, I think you and I, we even met before Deb, didn't we? I think, because like
I think we were in
I
an
saw you
online
in
class, right?
because when I saw you in Deb, I was like, hey, Christina.
We
Like,
did, and we talked about it. Yeah,
was it online or was it like?
I think
did,
it was
did you take
online.
Jill's class by any chance? You did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So we were in Jill class.
online though, right? Or in person,
No, I was in person.
like a comedy class.
I took an audition class with her, and I think I did like, I might have done a comedy class too. Did you take did you go to Jet Beach? No, you didn't do that. Okay. I know.
Did you take anything with Nelson online auditioning class?
No, I didn't take anything online
Oh, okay.
outside of Deb. I did Deb a couple of times online, so
Okay.
it was either that.
No, I
But
didn't do any Deb
I feel like we
online.
met before Deb. It must have been Jill.
It must have been
I would have
Jill's class
sworn
then.
that we met some with Jill. at
Did
some
you do
point.
like a casting workshop
Yes. Which one
Yes.
did you do?
with Chris?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
Oh,
We did that like at the actors gym, the one on Chinatown, right? Was that it?
it was the Old Haven before they moved.
Oh yeah, or that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so that must have been it.
like
Yeah,
a couple years ago now, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Phew,
So we
cleared
did
that up.
officially meet, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Then,
Yes.
I mean, obviously it was like I think one workshop. So
Yeah.
I was like, hey, how's it going? Okay,
A
cool.
lot of
Nice to
people.
meet you.
A
Like,
lot
it
of
was
people in the class.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just always.
Yeah.
This is the thing. If you don't see people on a regular basis, it's really hard to stay connected with them. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't see you in Deb every week, I probably would have been like, okay, good to see
Yeah.
you, Christina.
Yeah.
See you next
See
time
you
in a year
later.
or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the fact that we kept going to the same scene study class, I'm like, okay, I would like to talk to you like here and then, and obviously,
I actually am going to give a shout out to Chris on this
yeah,
because
yeah,
I don't know if you'll want me telling this story, but
yeah.
back in the day,
Yeah.
Chris worked for me on one of our shows.
Chris
Yeah.
Rose, the casting director.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think he was an intern for a while. I'm not
Sick.
sure if he ever had a paid position or if it was just an internship. So I knew him from then.
Wow.
And then didn't see him for years. And then I saw that he was a casting
Did you know
director.
who he was back then?
He was a kid, like he was an intern coming,
Right.
like this was like in the early
crazy.
2000s, right?
Right.
And I have to say thank you to him because he was one of the first casting directors that would actually see me for things. And because he was like, I remember you on the show and you were really funny. So he would
Yeah.
bring me in for like little funny bits here and there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
gotta be nice to everyone. You
Yeah,
never know.
I mean,
right?
Chris, I saw Chris over the weekend in this monologue event. Well, he actually also agreed to come on.
Oh,
Breakthrough.
awesome. Okay.
So I'll have him sometime in September. But I agree with you. Chris is definitely one of the. I mean, I didn't like get to
Meet.
meet. I
I
mean,
know.
I met all the casting directors at least once, but obviously, Chris is one of the casting directors that I keep seeing every now and then to events. So obviously, I got to know him a little more than just like hello, goodbye sort of relationship. And yeah, he's a really friendly, cool person. Even though the monologue event over the weekend, he was gave a lot of really good feedback to the performers. So yeah, I mean, I totally, I feel you. Like, when you
Yeah.
say like, he gave me a chance and he
Yeah.
brought me for these comedy bits and stuff like that. That seems like a Chris
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
to do. So, that's good. So, how did you get your agent? If you felt like you were just going for these news anchor, did you submit?
Everything is a roundabout story. about
Did you send a
this.
reel off
No.
full of anchor? So you're like,
No.
here's
Well,
my acting.
okay. So when I originally had an agent,
Mhm.
like when I was doing the TV show, well, before I was doing the TV shows,
Yeah.
I had a modeling agent and then they had an acting division. And so
Mhm.
then I just kind of
Yeah.
got lumped with them, it was easier then too.
Okay, so you also did modeling at some
A
point?
little bit, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Like in my late teens and early 20s.
Mhm.
Then they actually wound up their acting division and I never went to find another acting agent after that.
Mhm.
Or I did, well, no, that's not true. I did briefly. Anyways, so during the course of the time when I was doing the TV shows, I did not have an agent.
Right.
When I decided to get back into it,
Mhm.
I went to an agent, like, I don't know, it was like a little like seminar
Right.
kind of thing. And I
Mhm.
met Pamela Wise at Premiere.
Premiere. Yep.
And she does commercials.
Yep.
She doesn't.
True.
And
Yeah.
she knew who I was.
She did?
And yeah,
Oh.
people watched the show. I know it's
Right, so
shocking, but people did,
you-
especially
okay.
women,
The
Women's
show made it.
Network.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Big
Um,
outreach. So she knew you from the show.
Yes.
I kind of want to watch the show now. And I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I'm
lie.
sure we can
You
dig
gotta-
up on
You gotta send me an episode or two.
I will.
gotta
I will.
see
I'll
this.
send you the cooking one because it's more.
I need to see what was I missing out on.
Yeah, the cooking ones still hold up. The other ones are like more dated because
Right.
we're talking about products from
Got you.
20 years ago.
Right.
And so, but she took me on because I said I was interested in doing commercials originally.
Mhm.
Then I worked with another Brenda at Premiere,
Mhm. Brenda, yep.
and she just took me on because I was already there, and they
Mhm.
said, "Well, send me an audition tape of you being an anchor."
Mhm.
So I sent that, and then but I've since moved to Trisco. That was
Yep.
in the last 6 months,
Yep.
and then I had to like actually pound the pavement.
Mhm.
But I had, some experience, a demo reel mainly full of reporter anchor roles.
Right. Did you have to trim that down a little bit so that
Yes.
it's redundant?
Yeah. Even now when I watch it, ooh,
Yeah.
attacked my plant.
It's okay.
I'm like, oh, this is all the same. Cut,
Right.
cut, cut. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's shorter now, but
Yeah.
But it's not easy. Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I guess like, so what was Chris? You said like Chris was one of the first guys who saw you for something else than a news anchor. How did you like get out of the whole news anchor
Well,
loop? I
I'm
guess
gonna say that I'm not fully out of it.
you're still okay.
Okay, but I still audition for it sometimes.
Right.
But my agent Caitlin and I have talked about it, and like I don't want to go out mainly for that.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to
And you
do.
made that clear.
We made that clear, and she's fine with that.
Right.
So once in a while I do, because a job's a job. So and I feel like those are getting harder to get as well. I
Right.
don't know if you've ever read for a reporter or anchor.
I've only read for that once, and it was in Deb's audition class. She made me read for a news
Okay.
anchor. I was like, Deb, who do I look? Do I look at Georgia? Do I look at the lens? I'm like, look at the lens. Um, I mean, it's fine. It came like a little more uh naturally to me too, because I'm also a content creator and I have a
Yeah.
prompter. So like, I'm used to look at the camera and talking, but I'm not used to looking at the camera and talking and be just neutral.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
It's
like,
the
hey guys, how's it
it's
going?
the
Blah, blah, blah.
opposite of acting.
Right?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
used to being more animated and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and just convey emotions and positive energy and stuff like that. But as a news anchor, you have to be just sort of neutral. You're not trying
Yeah.
to.
But also the specs for it now are generally 30s to 50s, male or female.
Right.
Like, so they're like casting the widest net you can possibly cast.
Right. So they wouldn't even see someone in his 30s or even 20s sometimes, right?
Yeah. But no, but they're like, yes, it's not like 50-year-old mom, which is, we're narrowing down the field here. This is like basically anybody in Vancouver, fits the criteria. So they are harder to get. But so yeah, slowly I've just been getting auditions for other parts. And I think of every audition as an opportunity for another audition, right? So and so far it's been working. I've had a couple like guest star auditions and stuff too, which
Right on.
I'd be scared to actually get, but
Yeah, no, I mean we're all on a journey. We're
Yeah.
all trying to get these juicier roles for sure. Okay, so I want to dive into the craft a little bit more. So, I didn't notice like in class you're very, very connected. Like you're probably one of the most connected actors I see in class. Like when you are in a scene, like you're very locked in. I don't sense any sort of like, you're like you're not in your head, or like you're very locked in with your scene partner. You're very natural. You're very believable. So, I guess, which begs the question.
how?
No, I mean, because like this is something that a lot of actors face. It's just
Okay.
a lot of them get in their head, and then
Yeah.
sometimes it does get really technical. You're like, oh, I have been looking at their eyes for too long. Should I glance away a little bit? Should I keep looking in their eyes? Like it's just like you get in your head so
Yeah.
much, right? And once you do that, that's when the scene falls
That's
apart.
funny because last month Deb was yelling at me because I wasn't staring enough
Yes.
at my scene partner.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
as we do, we
Yeah.
we look away when we talk.
Yeah, because we
And
never.
she was like, "Don't look away from me."
Yes. Yeah.
So the opposite of what you're saying.
No,
but
I
yeah.
agree. I mean, even sometimes I get this note too. It's just like when I'm talking to you right now, I'm not looking at your eyes 100%.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might look
Right,
here or there,
right,
like I should
yeah.
use a thinking space.
Yeah.
To convey a point, right? And sometimes I see it a lot too, like in with Ben, with Deb, where like I need you to look at I need you to look at them. But sometimes I also say like, why do you keep looking at them so
I think
bad?
it's the situation, because this was an argument.
Right,
And you're
right.
not doing this in an argument.
Right.
You're doing this in an
Right.
argument.
Yeah.
Right.
You're very
yeah.
exact. So depends on the situation. And I think the more I think about it, the less like I can't be thinking about where
Don't think about it.
yeah, like I can't be thinking like where I'm supposed to be looking. I just have to like think about the lines, what's my objective, and just let it sort of like carry me away. Like
Yes.
wherever my eyes are looking,
Yeah.
it's probably where they should be looking. So I guess, how do you lock in? Like how do you get in the moment? How do you not get in your head, and how do you really connect with your scene partner where you're not thinking about anything else than just you guys?
Good question. I think the way that the first part is how do I connect with my scene partner? Is that I think that all those years of interviewing people,
Right.
and I love talking to people and asking people questions and learning about people.
Right.
So I feel like that part
Yeah.
is kind of comes natural to me.
Right.
Like I want to connect
Mhm.
with that person.
Right.
I still get in my head, but I don't stay there for very long.
Right.
Like I will realize, like, you know, when you have that out of body watching yourself
Right,
kind
right.
of, and then I like snap back in, like, don't do that. Stop thinking that. Be
Right.
here. Don't
Right.
think about anything else.
Correct.
I think also, even though I was nervous in the beginning in class, because I have done so much TV, I'm used to people looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done like
Right.
emceed events and things like that.
Right.
So I'm used to the eyes and I can block that out,
Interesting.
which is really handy.
Right. It's a good thing to have.
Yeah. I mean, once in a while I'll look over and I'll be like, oh, there's an audience. Right. And they're staring at me.
I used to have like an eye or two
Yeah.
looking at me, not like that many.
Though I do find on set, you know,
Mm.
because it's, you know, that experience on steroids, there's just
Right.
so much going around
Yeah.
you and so
Yeah,
many
yeah, yeah,
people.
Yeah.
But my partner is in film, and he's been working in film for like 30 years. And he's always, when I get nervous about going on set, he's like, everyone's doing their job. Nobody cares what you're doing. The director cares what you're doing.
Right.
The other actor cares what you're doing. But all of the other people who are like doing all the thousands of things,
He's right. No one cares.
no one cares unless you're really screwing up.
Right. If you're wasting their time and you're not getting the job done,
Exactly. Then
that's
they
when they
care.
would care. Yeah.
So I don't. I did a job earlier this year, and there was like a lot of people standing around, more so than I've ever had. And I'm like, go away.
Yeah. literally.
I don't know. I can just like block it out.
Right.
I just don't
Yeah.
go there.
Right. Love that. Yeah. No. I
I
mean,
think that also gets easier with age.
does it? Interesting. Okay.
Some things.
Yeah.
There's some
I know
bright side to getting older. I just think you stop also caring as much.
Right. Yeah, that could be true. I mean, I'll let you know when I get 40, when I get to 40.
Yeah.
Or 50 or whatever. But
Well, just think when you're young or like in high school, how self-conscious you are and how
Right.
you're always thinking.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me, that did
Maturity
carry
and stuff.
on
Yeah.
into my 20s and 30s. And
Mhm.
now it's like,
Yeah.
in the beginning, I was a little nervous about going into these classes because
Mhm.
I am older than most of the people in class
Right.
by a long shot.
Did you feel
Um,
like, because that's something we touched on, obviously, like when you were in Tuesdays for
Yeah.
a while. So obviously, like I would say 95% of the people in Tuesdays are probably in their mid-20s. Did you feel like weird going into class knowing that no one looks your age? You're probably like not, if you were to have a connection with like somebody like on a friendly level or something, it would be real. I mean, not to say like it's impossible to have like
Yes.
connection with like younger people, but it's obviously always easier and it comes more naturally with someone from your,
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
was definitely,
Mhm.
wouldn't say intimidated, but I went in, I guess, not expecting to make friends,
Right.
right?
Just wanted
Because
to learn.
I want to learn, and I'm not expecting these 20-year-olds to want to be friends with me,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So I kind of took that off the table.
Mhm.
And what I kind of didn't realize is if you were to just go to that class and sit in that class and you didn't have a different scene partner every month,
Mhm.
then you wouldn't really get to know anybody.
Right,
And you would
right.
always be that person on the outside. But because you're spending a month with a new person or two,
Mhm.
every month,
Mhm.
you get to know people. And like, they're not inviting me out and I'm not having them over for dinner. Like, we're not there, but I do feel more comfortable.
Right.
And also the same principle applies, is that they're all in their 20s and I'm in my 50s, and I'm
Right.
like, are they really thinking about me at all?
Right,
Like,
right. Yeah,
like
no.
they're not like, it's
Yeah.
like the same as on set. They don't
Mhm.
care. They're
Yeah.
just like another, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one. Oh yeah, she's the older one. Who are you in the scene with? Oh, the older one. Like, I've heard people say that. So,
That's so bad. You heard them say that?
no, well, maybe I
Jesus
just,
Christ.
that was just a nightmare.
Uh,
No, No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, like you just kind of have to accept what it is. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, yeah. It's just the reality.
Reality of it.
Yeah.
But I have to say that
Mhm.
everybody I've met has been great and really nice, and I've really enjoyed
Yeah.
working with everyone, which is awesome because, you know, us actors get a bad rap sometimes
We do.
out there in the world.
I agree. I agree. I was actually thinking about putting getting a representation course, and because I'm actually launching a studio, right?
Okay.
Like I'm gonna be helping people with self tape. So me and another one of my friends were doing this together. But I thought about doing something like that, where like I would like put on like a video course, like a digital product,
Okay.
and just kind of I don't know. I felt like I have decent experience like, with agents and like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. That could be
I
something good.
I do in my day job I do media training and like
What are you?
speaking coaching and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I was gonna touch on that next, but since you're so eager, let's
No,
talk.
no, no,
Let's
no.
talk.
I'm not ready to move on from acting.
No, no,
We
no. I
are
mean, it's fine.
sweating in here,
No,
which
no,
you're
because
gonna cut out after I have to mop myself up for a minute. Okay.
no, because I'm actually really intrigued
Okay.
because you also, you is it fair to say you're also an entrepreneur or no?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
Okay,
I
cool.
mean, in a way.
Anyway, okay, because you did say that you have your own business.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Like, what is it that you?
Okay. So after the TV shows,
Right.
when I was at a bit of a loss about what was going to happen next,
Right. Yeah.
I
Mm.
was adrift for a bit.
Okay.
So I feel like I've changed directions,
Yeah. Yeah.
and made major career changes a number of times
Right.
in my life.
Did you? So when you were going through all of this, were you with your partner? Like, was it just Christina going through all the motions by herself?
Like romantic partner or business partner.
I guess both. Yeah.
My business partner and I were no longer working together,
Gotcha.
so it was Christina going off on her own, but I was with my
Right.
romantic partner.
And he was really supportive and all
Yes.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause going through like something like that alone must be like just not easy. But if you have someone really cheering you up,
Yes,
like,
but
hey, you can do this, you can do that.
we don't. I'm not gonna get into all this, but we don't live together, so I didn't have financial support
Okay.
from him. So I
Right.
was. I've been supporting myself.
Gotcha.
So but I was trying to look at like what complementary skills I had
Mhm.
to being a TV host and a TV producer,
Right.
or I didn't really want to do TV production anymore in that
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
And so through lots of informational interviews and brainstorming and staring at the ceiling,
Right.
people convinced me that you
Yeah.
could work in public relations, and they're very
PR.
complementary skills, sort of the
Right.
other side of the coin from being a reporter or a
Yeah, they
journalist.
go hand in hand, I guess.
They go
Yeah.
hand, yeah. And so I started doing that and
Nice.
slowly got clients and different size clients. So today I work with small to medium sized clients.
Mhm.
I do public relations for them, media
Yep.
relations,
Nice.
social media content, media training, video production. So I still do use my video production skills, and I
Mhm.
create long content, short form and longer form content for clients, like marketing content.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I set my own schedule,
Yeah.
which gives me time to do this other stuff. So
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Gives you time to do acting as well.
yeah.
Come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
On
come
a Thursday.
on a Thursday
Yeah.
afternoon. Do a podcast. Love that. Love that. Love that. So, um,
I just want to go back for one sec,
yes,
if I may.
yes, please.
I don't want to make it sound like when I go up, either in class or on set, that I'm like completely confident and just like block it all out, zone in, and like
Right.
deliver.
Right.
It's not like that.
It's the complete opposite.
It's
I'm
the opposite.
I'm shitting my pants and I'm about to fucking. But I don't tell you that. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I feel like I oversold that a little bit. Like I the more I do it, the more confident I get. The
Right.
better I know my lines, the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
the more I can zone out, because
Yeah.
I'm not
Mhm.
but yeah, I still get nervous sometimes, and I
Mhm.
get in the beginning I would get really nervous before class. Like I would
Right.
get nervous the night before class.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like, when you say you get nervous, like you would like Like stuff
Yeah,
like more
like
like
butterflies,
hyper
upset
breathing and
stomach, like, "Oh, I'm not really hungry, and then I know I
doubting
need to
yourself.
eat because
Right.
I'm gonna fall over in class."
Wow. Oh my
They're
gosh.
gonna be
Okay.
like, um,
Okay.
so yeah, or like, or being out, like,
Yeah.
on deck and waiting
Yeah.
and just, and then like I use a lot of breathing exercises to calm
Right.
down and
Right.
things
Right.
like
Right.
that, or
Mm-hmm.
focusing on the other person is
Mm-hmm.
a big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
just felt like I oversold the
It's
confidence
my
and the
bad.
calm.
I gave you too much credit. I thought
Yeah,
you knew what you were doing.
yeah.
Just kidding.
No, I don't.
No, no,
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, listen, Christina, we, even as actors, even myself included, and many others, we all face nervous energy, and we're nervous, like nervous going into a scene or anything really. Just not, it's not always have to be like with scenes, but uh, when you go on set, when I do an audition, when I meet someone, when you go on a date, when you
Yeah.
hit it off as a friend, like oh my gosh, they like me, like oh, you know, any sort of scenario.
Life is nerve-wracking.
Life is nerve wracking. Like
Yeah.
going through life is just nerve
Yeah.
wracking. So, and you know, it's never gonna go away. It's
No.
just you gotta be able to find tools to manage them.
And I often will use that energy. I find that not every time, but in many situations, I can use that energy in the scene.
Right. Yeah.
You'd be surprised. And I can like logisticize pretty much anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So like I had a scene where my I was a professor and my daughter who I hadn't met before was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really nervous that day. And
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, that would make sense. My daughter's coming in. I'm really nervous to meet her. So
Right.
I feel like I can always
Right.
yeah,
Draw from that for sure.
draw from that.
I agree. I agree. No, I mean, whenever you can use that energy to serve the scene, that's always the best.
Yes, for
It's
sure.
not always possible, but yeah, if you're
If you have to, if you're playing cool, chill dude, it
That's
might be a bit harder, but yeah.
yes, but yeah, if
Yeah.
your character is nervous right off the top and you're happy to be nervous, great. You don't have to act.
Mhm.
Like, just be
Exactly.
yourself. Like
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, no, no, absolutely. Okay, so okay, this is something because we're still kind of like on the acting topic.
Yeah.
I'm always like intrigued as to what people do when they like when they get a script or like an audition or something. Like how much of it is it on like the analysis on the paper, and how much is like you rehearsing it out with your partner? Like how much do you dissect it before you actually put it on its feet? Do you feel like this part of the process is important, or it's just better to straight up get into the thing and start to feel it out? Mm,
I think it really depends on the subject matter and
mm,
how complex it is. For like auditioning, you know, I haven't had that many super complex characters or
right.
that I had to really dive in and understand them or understand the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty close to me,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
it wasn't that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I like to do it in tandem. I like to think about it, dive in, talk about it while I'm also doing like the technical learning of the lines
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I find
Mm-hmm.
that still takes me a while.
Right.
And so I got to do it from the get-go. As soon as I get that script, I start working on that
Mm-hmm.
to make sure I'm ready. But yeah, I just think it really depends on the subject matter.
Right. Right.
But inevitably, especially in a scene study class,
Mhm.
there's always more there than you think on first reading,
Right.
right? In
Yeah.
the beginning, you're
I
like,
mean,
oh,
it's
this is obviously this. And then
yeah.
later you're like, wow, I did not see that.
Yeah. Yeah. It happened with me a couple of times where it was either in Debs or like at Haven sometimes where I read a line a specific way and I've been acting it that way. And I get into class and I'm getting these notes from Deb or whoever. I'm like, are you playing it in X way or whatever? I'm like, yes. Like, oh no, that's not what this line is for.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is how you should play. Oh, I see. I didn't read it that way.
Yeah.
But it makes total sense. You know, so it's funny sometimes like when like how, you know, we all interpret things very really
And
differently.
assume things, I
Right?
think
We
often.
assume,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'm like, sometimes I face lines where I'm like, I don't understand like why this line is being said. I don't understand why this character is saying that. But if you don't understand why the character is saying that, you can't play it.
Yeah.
Right? So like it's gonna look fake. It's gonna look weird. Right? So Yeah, it's always interesting when I face those. I'm like, let me chat GPT this. Maybe chat GPT will give me an answer.
I haven't done that. Yeah. Okay,
I
I'm
do
going
that
to.
sometimes. Like,
I just decide why I think that character is saying it. And if it's
yeah,
wrong,
yeah,
she or someone will correct me along the
yeah.
way. But it's
I
like,
usually like make my own assumption. If I feel like I'm far off and I'm saying it, but like it seems like weird, I'll just look it up on internet and be like, hey, like this is the script. Why is this character saying this line? It actually works. Like
okay.
ChatGPT will give you
Yeah.
like a clear, like, yes, that's the intention. That's what's being
Right.
said here.
Right.
I'm like, oh, you'd be useful
There
at
you
something.
go.
You ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, no, but I agree. I think the reason why I was asking this question is just because I see people like really going really straight into rehearsal mode, and
Yeah.
I see a lot of people, even sometimes like I like when I'm in devs, sometimes I'm like I'm sure you've done it too. Like when someone like, hey, can you um can you make sure that like like well, can you be on book for
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
And then I see the paper, I'm like, holy smokes, there's so much on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
barely see the lines.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, is that how much work do people put in each like one of these
Yeah.
scenes? Like, because my page doesn't look that full. Like, I'll tell you
Well,
that.
I actually do it in another book so
Okay.
that it's
Right.
not written on the page as much. Because
Right.
when I
Right.
hand it off, I don't like people reading all that.
Right. Yeah.
But I do a fair bit of character work usually,
Right. Right.
especially if the character is,
Mhm.
quite far away from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but like I have this great list of questions that I got in a class once, like 99 questions to ask yourself about your character.
99.
99. Some of them were repetitive,
Jesus
but
Christ, that's a lot of them.
I never have gotten through 99, but I
Okay.
will get through, sometimes up to 50
Okay.
answering questions about the character.
Do you write them down?
I write them down.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
and then that really obviously fleshes out. I mean, they're everything, motivation,
Mhm.
childhood trauma, zodiac sign, favorite book, like it really builds an entire person.
Right.
So I find that helpful.
Yeah. I do have something similar. It's not 99 questions. So, but
I might be able to edit these down, I think. One day I should. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I might have like maybe 25 or 30 of those questions, and same thing: archetype, animal work, past, three of your best memories, three
Yeah,
worst
yeah, yeah.
memories, whatever.
Sounds similar. Yeah.
See, something like that. Yeah, because I mean, it does help, obviously to embody the character and to, live in its skin very authentically, So,
And I do think it helps because I think that a lot of the time we make these assumptions and we create kind of stereotypical characters. And oh, this is the stern teacher or the bitchy teenager or whatever it is.
yeah,
And you kind of like, and I still do that. Like that's kind of the first iteration of it. And
Right.
it's flat
Right.
because this helps round that out and not be a stereotype.
Yeah, totally. I agree. So,
No.
no, I'm
I'm
trying-
like, whoa, what is this gonna be now?
No, I'm just like trying to. So what is what would you say is the angle here? Like where does this all go for Christina? Because I'm hearing some, you have your business.
Yeah.
You've done a couple of shows, which I still need to check. There's these, you were a news reporter in the past life. Now you're an actor, trying to, get these gigs and stuff like that. So like, where is this all going?
I know this sounds like really cheesy, but I don't have an end goal. It really is like the journey.
Right.
I think that after you've been working at anything for a long period of time in a profession, and I hear this, friends and colleagues and stuff, like we've all been doing X job for a long time, and a lot of people, you get bored of it because it gets easy, right?
Yeah, comfort zone, yeah.
And that's why I love about my re-entry into acting, because
Right.
it's not easy. As
Mhm.
you know, it's really
It's
hard.
challenging, yeah.
And for so many reasons, not just the industry, but actually doing the work.
Mhm.
So I love it because it's really challenging me in a way that nothing else in my life is right now.
Interesting.
So the end goal, I don't have one. I just want to do more of it. I do have like micro goals as I go. First of all, it's like I want to get a non-reporter audition, right? And then it was like I want to get a non-reporter role.
Right.
And now it's like I want to get a non-reporter at least principal role.
Right.
So
I
like
see.
I kind of keep having like
Right.
mini goals like that. I'm
Mhm.
not under any illusion that I'm gonna now be a full-time actor
Mhm.
ever,
So whatever happens,
whatever happens. But like I would love to just keep doing this and keep doing it into retirement, you
Right.
know, or
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not really retirement if you're working, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
granny roles, here I come.
Do you see yourself like retiring anytime soon? Like, I mean, you said you're in your 50s. Like,
Yeah.
do you see yourself, um, kind of like just really sitting on the back, like being in the back seat and resting up, or like you really wanna, you have that hunger of doing things with your life and just, which I love, by the way.
Yeah,
You know, I really commend you for that.
I do.
You know, a lot of people like in their 50s are like,
Yeah.
all right, time to rest. I've lived a good life. Time to rest up.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I think because I've had all these different iterations of my career, and I've had some like breaks, not overly long, but I have had some of that rest time, and I set my own schedule, and I
Yep.
can decide how much I want to work. I don't want any more downtime.
Right.
I don't want any more rest. I
Mhm.
get easily bored. I want to be challenged. I want to do challenging things.
Right.
So
That's amazing.
I don't want to retire anytime soon. I think I have no idea what I would do with myself.
Yeah, literally. Because I agree.
More acting
You know,
classes. That's what I would do.
I'm with you on that. Because I mean, I feel like, again, I'm not there yet, but when I'm in my 60s, 70s, I'm like, I don't want to be that kind of person who just, I mean, that's what I see at least, you know, like if you're in your 16, 70s, chances are you're probably in a care home. If you're not in a care home, you're playing pool
You're not
with
in a
your
care
buddy.
home at your 60s usually.
Whatever. What does it say? I'm not sure. Is it 70s or
Maybe 70s, 80s, I'm going to
70s?
say.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wrong then.
Don't you know 50 is the new 40,
It is.
60 is
It
the
is.
new
You're right.
50.
You're right. You're right. It is. It is a new one. But okay, let's say like 70 plus, right? I just don't see myself like being in a care home or playing pool with my best friend or just killing time. Like I just feel like I still need, if my body allows it,
Yes.
I want to be able to
And
do
if your
something.
mind allows it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Nice. Okay, I want to go into your IMDb a little bit.
Oh
real quick
boy.
here.
Okay. Reporter. Well, my last role was not a reporter, but it will
Yeah.
not be on IMDb yet.
Yet. Okay. All right. Let me just wait. Do I have the IMDb app? Or I do. Perfect. All right. I just need to search you real quick. Okay. Because I want to talk about some of the roles that you got. Hopefully not the one where you're okay. There you go. Where is it? Filmography. Okay. So, I mean, you did like a lot of work. I mean, there was like 39 titles in there. It's pretty good. You were even like wait, you were a reporter on Final Destination?
I was in the original Final
That's
Destination
insane.
movie.
I did not know that. That's so cool.
The sad news is you don't actually see me. You hear my voice,
Oh, it's okay. We'll take
which was I was really bummed about when I went to the theater.
it. So, or is it, like when you did the scene, you shot like they took
Oh yeah, but it was
like
a
only your voice made it?
yeah. It was a massive scene, and it was probably one of the most intimidating things I've ever done. It was shot on Jericho on the beach, and it was the plane crash scene. So the first Final Destination is with a plane crash.
Okay.
And it was helicopters, boats, the whole thing, and I'm the reporter in the middle of it.
Right.
So
That's crazy.
from a production sense, I understand why they showed all of that and not me.
Right.
But yeah, it's just my voice. You don't actually see my face.
Right. I mean, I agree. Like, I mean, for someone watching the news, they probably like would rather look at this whole mess
Yeah,
than you. But
I
it's
know.
like,
I know. It's weird, but yeah. No.
Okay. So. I mean, all that being said, like, you know, you've been a reporter on a lot of really good shows.
Yes.
I'm seeing a lot of them. Like,
Some
that's really good.
shows.
Oh, that's the show you're talking about, right? Like Anna and Christina's grocery bag,
Yeah.
which ran from 2008 to 2012.
Yeah.
There's 78 episodes.
Yes.
That's a lot. That's really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's okay.
The shopping bags the information there is incorrect.
Is
I
it?
keep meaning to go in and correcting it, but I have to enter like 150 separate episodes,
Yeah.
and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Right, right. No, that makes sense. Okay. So you're right. There's a lot of reporter roles, but I do want to talk about Miss Marin
Yes,
because that seems like it's not unless she is, but it's
that
not
was
written.
that was my very first non-reporter role,
Perfect. Great.
and it was awesome because I auditioned for the reporter.
Of course you did.
I did. And my agent got in touch with me and they said, they don't want you for the reporter. Do you want to be the mother of one of the main characters?
Mm,
And I'm like, yeah, like what's the part? But they just cast it basically
wow.
on looks. I didn't see the sides until I got it. So
Really?
and it was small, but so yeah, that was very, very exciting, and I was very, very nervous because that was going to be the first time where I was not allowed to stare at the camera and
Right. So
interact
that
with
would,
other actors
yeah.
and be like an actual actor.
So hold on. You did not audition for this? Was just
I did not
off
audition
of
for it.
the look?
Yeah.
That's so sick. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you got it
I
off of the
got it.
look.
Yeah.
You went on set. So how was that like? Like did you were you
I had
nervous?
I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my entire life.
Wow.
I sat in my trailer
Yeah.
and I repeated my 2 lines over, and like I don't even know how many times I said them to myself
Right.
because I was like, you just can't, you wanted this, you can't screw up. You've been working towards this.
Yeah.
You said you wanted this so bad, do not screw it up.
Right.
I think I sat there for like 5 hours waiting for them to call me.
Right.
I couldn't even like read a book or
For
go
5
on my
hours you were just
phone.
saying the
I
lines
was just
over and
like,
over.
I was just being crazy
Oh my
nervous person.
God.
So I've come a long way since that. I
I
was so
love it.
nervous.
That's amazing. That's
And then,
so
of course,
cool.
as soon as you get on there, especially on a MOW, which are generally smaller crews, right?
Mm,
And everybody's just like super cash and like
yeah.
relaxed. And
Yeah.
as soon as I was on the set, I realized I didn't have to be as freaked out as I had been in the trailer.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You're in Wednesdays right now.
Yeah.
So how are you finding this whole sort of like acting school and going to scene study? Are you really liking this? Like do you feel like you're getting better as an actor? You feel, I mean, obviously, I guess it's a stupid question. Like, you can't get worse by going to school, but
Well, stranger things have happened.
yeah.
Um,
But do you feel like it's something that you want to keep doing? Just like, go to scene study, working on the craft, becoming a stronger actor, opening more doors in your career? Do you feel like you're heading in a direction that makes sense to you?
100%. So, I mean, I think if we put it in perspective, I know that a lot of your guests have been, gone to acting schools and have acting degrees
Yeah.
and have been doing it like,
Yeah.
or some have been doing it since they're 5. I've pretty much only been doing this regularly, taking any sort of schooling
Mm.
for a little over a year. So a year and a bit.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
even a year and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have a lot left to learn. But
Mhm.
I love it. It's like, as you know, going to the gym.
Yeah.
You just have to keep it up.
Exactly.
I also love it from a different side, and that is I have my business at home. I work alone most of the time. I'm in front of a computer.
Right.
So I love going to like a class environment again.
Right. And seeing some actual faces.
Yeah, and watching theater,
Yeah. fun,
and
yeah.
laughing, and like
Yeah.
it's always something happens and it's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
a good time. So it's entertaining, it's
Mhm.
educational.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm so much more confident,
Mhm.
even though I know auditioning is a different technique, obviously, but I'm just so much more confident. And even on set, I'm more confident
Yeah.
because, I think, oh, I've done these
Yeah.
huge scenes in class and
Yeah.
I've got this big a part.
Yeah.
What am I nervous about, right?
Well, I mean, you can also, I mean, I can confidently say that you're getting better, even though I haven't seen you in the last, year because I haven't been to Deb's. But the fact that you got to Wednesdays, the fact that Deb offered you to go to Wednesdays, that's already a win because she doesn't offer that to anyone. Like it's usually when you're a stronger actor, she'll put you in that zone, which is good, because you've been
Yeah.
killing it on Tuesdays. Or else she wouldn't have
Thank
offered you
you.
that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
that was exciting. And I think what's so tough about this business is that even if you get parts, you don't get a ton of pats on the back,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like reading between the lines all the time. It's like, well, no one ever says that was a great audition. I want you to audition again because that was really good. You just
Right.
got to assume that, like, but no one ever says anything,
Right.
right?
I think, did you start like auditioning post COVID, or like were you acting? Did
So
you?
I have, yes, but I have in the past been in the room.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I started like officially auditioning, I think my first agent was back in 2019. And obviously he was in the room just like a year before COVID. Um, Again, like I mean, sometimes you do have casting directors who are like, "Oh, I really like that. Like, do it again this way." Like, which is fun. Um, Now obviously like everything is self-tape, so we don't get to do that anymore. However, that being said, um, yeah, it is kind of on you to really impress them in your audition or even in your slate. You know, like sometimes if you put on a nice smile, good energy, because like back then, you had the option of going in the room and making a good first impression,
Making some sort of connection too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you made a comment about something in the room and that was funny and everyone started laughing, even if your audition was bad, the thing that they remember is that comment that you made.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, that was so funny. What he said on that little couch, or whatever, whatever the comment might be,
Yeah.
that was hilarious. I can see myself working with this person. Can you imagine how
Wait,
funny he must be on set to work with? You know,
did
it's
that
like
happen to you a lot?
no, just like I'm just saying, but like I mean, it's I know people who this happened to. So, but yeah, I mean, like just like having that first impression sometimes, like in the room, it's really really fun. It's unfortunate we don't uh get to have it anymore just because of the landscape and how things have evolved.
But I do think that on the positive side of that is they're seeing more people,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So maybe we still wouldn't be in the room as often as we would like
Yeah.
if the change hadn't happened.
No, I agree. They're seeing obviously like a bigger pool of people, but also it's more competitive now
Yes. Yeah.
because more people means like
Yes.
higher.
I always want to know how many each casting director. I would like a rundown
Yeah.
of like this one sees this many for this kind of role. This
Right.
just so because you have no idea. Am I
Yeah,
up against
yeah,
20? Am I up against
yeah,
100?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
what is it?
My understanding of this, so I don't know about you, but I used to when I went in the room, um, I'm a very sort of like analytical person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I told you, but I have an engineering background.
Okay.
So I used to study like mechanical engineering. So I'm very analytical. So when I used to go in the room, so you have the sheet where you sign your
I
name.
know. Count. You better count them up
So
quick.
what I usually do, I would like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have like a ballpark idea of like for the type of role at least that I went for, like how many people they usually see. I don't know if things have changed,
You
but
don't know how many days it was gonna be. You didn't know how.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Usually it would be like just
But
that
it
day.
seems like day players, like if you have like a couple lines, a line, or like you're just there for a day,
Yeah.
I think they see probably like a couple hundreds. I think might be less, maybe
I've
more.
heard less. I think it depends on the casting
Yeah.
director.
So that's what it was back then.
Oh, back then.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's still the same thing because obviously I can't tell. However, I am having Chris is going to come on my
I know.
podcast in
I'm
September,
looking forward to
and
that.
I'm having more casting directors on my podcast. I've actually sent a big email outreach to a
Okay.
lot of casting directors in Toronto, here. Some of them got back to me, some others did not. Some of them said, I can't make it right
Like,
now. I'm like,
yeah.
okay. But I think I do want to get casting directors and ask them these kind of questions. Because it is a valid question. Like, what am I up against here? Like, how many people am I competing against, right?
Yeah. And you know what's always somehow worse is that I don't know why, but psychologically, if I know that 20, 100, however many, and then you get shortlisted,
Mm-hmm.
it's not that it's worse. Obviously, that's a good sign,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like that step
Yep.
to getting the role seems bigger than the one than getting to shortlisted.
Oh,
Do you know what I
100%.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
obviously, because they're narrowing it down to 3 or 4 or whatever. But
yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh my God! But now the role looks really far away. Like
yeah,
even
yeah,
though you are closer,
yeah.
it feels a harder leap to make.
It
But
really
yeah,
is. And
yeah,
I can't tell you the amount of times I was shortlisted and nothing.
yeah.
Like, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, like that's also a win too. Like a
Yes.
callback or like a shortlist or that means that you're doing a good job.
Yeah, of
If
course.
you're
Yeah.
if you were a bad actor, you would not be getting a shortlist or even a callback, or even
Or auditions.
or even an availability check, which
Yeah.
I get a lot
Yeah.
too, or auditions for that matter.
Yeah.
You're right. But that being said, the last thing that I was on, which is my first Netflix.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been trying to get into Netflix for a while, and
Yeah.
I fucking finally made it.
Can
took
you
a
say
while.
what it is or not yet? Or what type of something is it?
Well, I can't talk
A
about the
series
role.
or
I
a
can't talk
movie?
about the role, but it's a Netflix show that's gonna come next. I'm not sure how much I can talk about, so I'm gonna
Okay.
not gonna say the name, but they're making a readaptation of of something that actually happened in real life back
Okay.
in couple years ago, and I
Mm.
auditioned for a role, which was a really good role. I had like I think 2 or 3 pages of dialogue, which was really good.
Yeah.
I got shortlisted for that.
Yeah.
So like I was like, this is crazy. This is probably the biggest role I've done so far.
Yeah.
And it's for Netflix. So it's pretty substantial. It's pretty big. So and then I was my agent was like texting me and I think it was like a page and a half, not a couple pages, a page and a half, sorry. So and like I was like talking with my agent and stuff like that, and you're like, hey, for the first like so I think 3 days later, like, hey, they really like you. They want to check your availability. That's the first step.
Yeah.
They do like an availability check.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, I'm available. And a week later, I like, they really like you. They want to shortlist you. They're gonna send you for network. I'm like, sick. And I learned not to start celebrating until I actually do get it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times I've been in this position where I was shortlisted and I just
know.
still don't get it.
Don't celebrate till it comes out.
Literally. So
Yeah.
and then 2 weeks goes in,
I know.
nothing. I'm like, okay.
And then you're like playing these mind games with yourself. You're like, well, could it be that they haven't decided
Yes.
yet? Like
Yeah.
maybe they have. And you're like, the
Yeah.
other side of you is like, you're
I know,
insane.
I
They
know.
decided a week ago.
I know.
Let
I
it
know.
go. Let it go.
That's literally
Yeah.
what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
So after they shortlisted me, 2 weeks later, I hear nothing from my agent. I'm like, okay, there's no way I got it. I mean, I've like, if they ask for my availabilities after a week, and then they ask, I was shortlisted a week later, and it's been 2 or 3 weeks now,
Yeah.
and I heard nothing. Chances are, I probably didn't get it. But I mean, there are scenarios where,
They call you after a month.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
and you're like, I don't even remember that audition. What
Right,
was that
right.
for? Yeah.
So, and then I think 2 weeks later, my agent sends me a message like, "Hey, just want to update you. You're still in the loop for this.
Yeah.
They're still, you're still in this. You're not out of, yeah." I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay, that's good to know." Like,
Yeah.
I was like really, really happy because I honestly thought I did not get it. And I think, like late, so I was in Montreal. I was visiting at the time, and I wasn't gonna come back to BC up until like late August. And then I think a week later, my agent sends me another email. They're like, so here's what's going on.
And you're like, kill me now. Just make up your mind.
They're like, you did not get the role, but
Yeah.
they like you for someone else, for another role.
Yeah. That's
And
always good. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, okay. I guess like, did you want it? I'm like,
You-
well, yeah. I mean, like, it's just like,
Was it an equal size?
no,
or?
it's
Okay.
smaller. It's
Okay.
smaller, but there's a possibility that it might recur.
Right.
So we don't know.
You know what one of my favorite recent stories is?
Mm,
So I did Resident Alien
yeah.
in 2022.
Right.
Okay.
Mm,
Was fine. Forgot about it.
right.
Email. Resident Alien would like you back on. Are you available this date?
Right.
2 years later.
2 years later.
2 years
You didn't
later.
think this guy was gonna this character was gonna come
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a reporter, but it
reporter,
was
yeah.
a larger one,
Right.
and actually interacting with someone.
Right.
And I was just like,
You want me
what?
back?
Sure,
Sure.
yes, anytime. Like that's like
so
that's
funny.
sweet. That's good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love
And then you know you didn't screw up the first one.
it. No. So but I mean I did look up who got the role.
Yes, of course.
'Cause I always
Oh,
do that.
that's
'Cause I
not a good road to take. I get
But here's
down
the
to the
thing.
dump sometimes
Here's the
when I
thing,
do
Christina,
that.
because like this scenario happens a lot, and usually when that happens, it's not because of the tape, because I felt my tape was really strong. I watched it. I thought it was really was a really really strong tape. I showed it to some friends. Like they told me it was really good. Um, I mean, not some friends, but like just the one that actually read
Yeah.
with me, and because I'm not gonna.
You
Just,
went around to everybody. Do you guys think this is good? Do you
no,
think
no,
this
just
is good?
just the ones that read with me. Yeah. So very often, like when you go for like something a little bigger and you don't get it, it's not because like it was not. I mean, I guess sometimes it can
There's
be
a
the
lot
acting,
of reasons.
but
A
if you made
lot
it
of
to the short
reasons.
list and the callback, chances are it's not your acting.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not your acting.
Yeah.
You were good enough in the scene. Uh, but at this time, it's your status and like your credits. And very often, what they do is just they take someone who's a little more experienced,
And can
established.
yeah.
They'll go on your Instagram. They'll check how many followers you have. They'll go on your IMDb, see how many credits you have. They'll go and they'll scout you to make sure
For
that
sure.
like
Well,
how
they
big you
want the
are.
person who will make their day easiest,
Yeah, that makes sense.
right?
Also, I mean, it is a business at the end of the day. It'll make
Right.
them look good. Like if they cast someone who is bigger, chances are like someone might actually want to watch the show or the movie if that person is in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm like
do
that.
you think that I have had this discussion recently, actually,
yeah.
as we are both active on Instagram and social media and
Right,
such.
right.
How much do you think that matters? Like for
So
our caliber size of acting? Like it's not like we're going to bring 1 million viewers to something.
right. I think my understanding is it does matter. Um, it doesn't matter as much as they say it does, but I think when they see you for bigger stuff, I think they do look you up, because at the end of the day, like it's about. I mean, it's a marketing campaign, right? Like
For
they're gonna
sure.
market the movie, they're gonna market the show. If you have Brad Pitt or like The Rock as at the cover page, I mean, obviously, like it's just it's very. It doesn't take like it's not hard to figure out like it's probably gonna
Yeah.
sell just because Brad Pitt is or The Rock are on the cover page. So I think
It can't hurt.
it sucks to actually say it. It
Yeah.
sucks to actually say it because it shouldn't be like that. You should not be cast off of how many followers you have on Instagram.
No.
Of how big you are of an actor. Everyone should deserve like a decent chance. Should have like an equal chance. But I think for bigger roles, maybe not for their players. For principal
Right.
role, it's fine. But I think for something maybe recurring, series reg and more,
Yeah.
it
Probably.
does start to matter. And I'm aware of that. So I'm constantly like trying to work my my Instagram, making sure like it's looking good.
And I think that the reverse is also true, is that you have to be careful what you put up there.
True. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're all, especially from a public relations perspective, what
Mhm.
are you putting out there? Because it depends obviously on the type of show, type of network. Are they gonna some shows and
Yeah.
Hallmark, for example,
Mhm.
I think is more cognizant of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure you put out the image
Absolutely.
that you need to.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But just to go back to that role, so the person who ended up getting it
Yeah.
is actually not that big,
Okay.
but he's slightly more. He slightly has a bigger profile than me on
Yeah.
IMDb. I think they had a couple recurring, maybe a series reg. So like
But like it's similar to you.
look wise, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my favorite is when
Yeah.
you look at the person
I
they
know,
cast
I
and you
know.
go, wow, that is nothing like me. And then you feel better. It wasn't me.
Yeah. So
That's what I
that
tell
did
myself,
happen.
yeah.
That did happen a couple times where I was shortlisted, and they went with someone who was with CAA in LA or something.
Okay.
There, like,
Right.
so like, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll take the loss. I'll
Right.
gladly take it.
Yeah.
I'll,
I get it.
admit
I
defeat.
get it.
Like,
I would cast that person too, is usually how
I'll
I look at it.
gladly
Yeah.
admit defeat. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. But you're right. I mean, if it's like something, yeah, I mean, like it would bother you if you got it just off of like, if you didn't get it because of something that happened in the tape because of the craft, because that's on you. But yeah, I mean, if it's like looks or portfolio or like resume or status, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm working on that, but there's not much I can do right now.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah. So I mean, we'll see.
So, but you did get the other part.
I did get the other part. 'Cause
And
they
has that
offered-
and that's shot? You
So-
shot it already?
Yeah, that was in August.
Okay.
Earlier this month.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did that. We
That's
shot it.
exciting. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, no, thank you. And it's funny because my business partner that we started this studio business together actually happens to also have booked this show, same episode. So we're gonna be on the same episode. We didn't know that
Oh my
until we
gosh.
started talking about it, like, oh, like wait, I was on that show too. Wait, were you on that too? Yeah, yeah. Like,
That's
but
awesome.
we were on different days. Like
Right.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
different days, but so that was fun. Um, okay, cool. Before we wrap this up,
Yeah.
is there anything else that you want to share with us as far as projects? It doesn't have to be like acting related. Maybe something that Christina is working on. Anything that we should know. Could be roles or maybe new endeavors that you're taking on or something we should know. Or maybe like,
Good question.
could also be some year's resolutions that you set for yourself back in January that you may be working towards. I don't know if you are like some
I
things that you're working on.
I always like this year I wrote get 3 parts.
Get 3 parts?
I'm like, I
Okay.
really don't like,
Yeah.
no, and that's stupid because
Yeah.
I like to, in resolutions, put things I have control over.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I always, or it's sort of, that goes with like lose 5 pounds. Like it's just, even though I do have control over that, but,
Oh man.
not real. Yeah, I just want to keep doing this, keep getting better. I do think one kind of additional challenge, well, there's a few challenges when you're getting into this a little bit older for anybody who's maybe watching
Yeah.
and wants to do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
is that one, there are fewer parts.
Yep.
You just turn on the TV and see, you know, what the average age is.
Mhm.
The other thing is that I'm going against, so for the bigger roles, for the principals, the guest stars, and all that, I'm
Mhm.
going against people who've been doing this for 30 or 40 years.
I agree.
So that's scary, challenging, but also awesome.
Yeah.
That I'm doing that. The good part is they're not going out for the smaller roles
Yeah.
often.
That's
I'll be like,
basically-
I'll take those.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the smaller roles, obviously, actors who are less, have like less of
Established,
a,
yeah.
less of a profile. They usually go out for those. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's less competition in these
Yeah.
areas. So good for you,
Yeah.
or
Or for whoever. But I
Or-
also want to just say that,
Mhm.
like, I mean, if not now, when, right? So I think that
yeah,
you just, if you want something, you just,
Yeah.
there's no magic bullet.
I agree.
You got to put the time in.
I mean, Morgan Freeman didn't make it until he was 55 or something, right? So that just shows that it's possible.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, like,
I love how we have one example of that. We like
I'm
hold
sure,
it up
I'm sure
every
there's
time.
more. I'm
There's
sure
more. There's
There-
more. But
definitely
yeah.
more. There's definitely more. It's never too late to get into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never too late.
And I didn't, well, there are probably some things like, I don't think I could become a gymnast right now or anything.
A
Maybe I could.
You could. Why not? I mean, whatever you set your mind to. Like,
But
I mean,
yeah, that was, I kept having that
I love
thought.
like how like you're really living. You're in your 50, but you're like, we keep going. We're gonna go get this and this and that. I love it. That's how it should be.
Yes.
That's how it should be. You know, like it should not just because.
Well,
we're-
when you're in my age, you're gonna not feel that old,
Right.
right? So it's
Yeah.
not like maybe from where you're looking, you're like, great, do it. But like when I don't, you know, you've heard this 1,000 times. I don't feel. Sometimes I feel old, but
Yeah. I never would have thought you were in your 50s. I would have given you maybe late 40s, honestly. I don't know. I was.
thanks,
Yeah,
thank you.
No. Good genes. Good genes.
Yeah, sunscreen. Lots of sleep, sunscreen.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
Send me the brand.
Yeah.
I'll start using it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Amazing. Okay, cool. Well, we'll keep an eye on the MOW that you
Yeah.
just booked. You know, let us know. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll have you on sometime next year in a couple of weeks, months, whatever. We'll see.
Awesome.
But thanks for coming.
Well, thank you. That was really fun.
Yeah, amazing. All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode, and thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers.